So let's take a look at how we might use fraction tiles as our concrete model before we move into a pictorial tape model. So if I'm using the fractions to just introduce the concept of equal shares, I'm likely going to start with my plastic fraction bars, and I can have the one up so that it represents one whole. And then I'm going to ask my students, is there a way that you can segment this up into 4 chunks? And then I'm going to have students look into their fraction tiles, and they're probably going to look at the different colors, and they're going to select some, and they're actually just going to start manipulating and playing to see which ones will work. So they're likely going to start, they might start with the halves and realize really quickly that the 2 halves don't work, and then they'll transition over to likely another. Maybe they'll move into the fourths naturally just by looking at that visual pattern, and they're already seeing, I have 3 of those that work, so I'm going to grab a 4th one. And I'm noticing that 4 of these pieces work. That's kind of their introduction of how they're kind of starting with the fraction tiles as a concrete model of a tape model. Then next, I might look at having students start introducing the side that has the numbers on it when we start looking at unit pieces. So realizing that each one of these pieces is equivalent or equal to 1/4. So something that often happens is we have students that would write 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Well, what we actually know is this piece is 1/4, this piece is 1/4. Together, they make 2/4. So if I were to write that out, how might that look? So let's take a look here to see what that might look like. So if I'm writing out, adding in the abstract along with the concrete and pictorial here, I'm going to know that 1/4 and 1/4 equals 2/4. So if I ask, what's the distance or how much is this section, or what fraction is represented, I know that 2/4 is represented here. So again, this is the way I might look at those fraction tiles as a concrete tape model. When kids are done with the concrete tape models, then they can move to a more visual model in which they take their box, their tape model box, that is drawn. Maybe you would give them 2, one that is full and one that has 4 pre-partitioned chunks, and they have to actually write in the fractional amounts that represent that.